especially coming up in Atlanta like you have, that Deion Sanders have influenced young kids like yourself, older adults and such. And it's evident as you're sitting here right now as a national reporter for On 3, for yourself, and you're doing it your way, as you said. Like you said, hey, if I'm coming, I'm gonna have to, hey, you're gonna accept me my way, right? I got my hat to the back. Like you say, you wear gold Cartiers. You feel me? You got on 2 gold chains. Talk about the influence of Coach Prime and how he has made it comfortable for you to sit there with the gold chains on, to be yourself. For me to sit here with nappy dreads. And him to, accept me for who I am. Listen to what I'm saying. Not really listening to, how it's coming at you, so to speak. Listen to what I'm saying. Tell me your influence in with Coach Prime and how coming up he has influenced you to help you get to where you are right now.
I mean, like, when you talk about having a flair, like, and you talk about, like, I had 2 guys. It may sound crazy, but I looked up to 2 guys when it came to attitude, and that was Ric Flair and Deion Sanders.
Hey, baby, hey, I ain't gonna cut you off, but I'm gonna have to tell you, hey, we brothers from another mother. Then, if that's the case, shout out to the Nature Boy.
Yeah, for sure. Like, so yeah. Yeah. Like in Atlanta, man, if you didn't have cable, you had to watch Channel 17, which is TBS.
Yeah.
So we got TBS free, so you can watch the Braves and you can watch WCW. And before WCW was NWA.
Yeah.
And so, and then before then, we had the show. It used to be Joe Pedicino and Bonnie something. I forgot her name. Bonnie something. But, man, we could watch all the wrestling, man. So Ric Flair was the guy. And the reason I liked Ric Flair was because even though he came out, he did it his way, he won.
Yeah.
He won.
Yeah.
And there were guys who may have been cooler than Ric Flair. Like, you got some guys like when Scott Steiner that came out, or you got some guys like Too Cold Scorpio, all these type guys, right? But they didn't win as much as him, right?
Right.
Deion, there were some guys like in the league who, okay, when Deion left when he left the Falcons and he came back, and the city was sad, bro. Like, they sucked the air out of Atlanta that year. When Dominique and Deion did, oh yeah, it was a wrap. But when he left, there were you secretly, I would always want to be on a winning team, and I wanted to do things that would allow me to win. And so guys that won and still express themselves have always been the type of guys that I looked up to. So I think, like, with Coach Prime's, I think with Coach Prime's influence on not just me, but the people who grew up around me and my city, I think it's like when you can really look at who Deion Sanders really is, and this ain't about Coach Prime, this is just Deion Sanders right now. When you look at what he was able to do, the high stepping came because he was 10 yards down the field. Like, you didn't see Deion celebrate. He wasn't like, he didn't have the Leon Lett situation where he started too early. You never saw nobody come strip the ball from him. He did it because he was able. So I think, and there were times that if he didn't make a play, he didn't get it. If he made an almost play, he wasn't getting up celebrating. He was upset because he wanted to make the next one, and he was saying, "Hey, do it again." And I'm taking that to the house. And I kind of learned from that because maybe I wasn't a 4.240, and maybe I, and I ain't tall or as long or as good as athlete as Coach Prime. But man, you put me in my arena, I'm a 4.240 on this camera. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 6'2" corner on this microphone. And that's how I take things. So that same flair for great and being myself and being able to express myself, it doesn't just stay on the field. It translates to all areas of life for people that can process it the right way. So, yeah, I just think it's like, how people say drink responsibly. Because if you drink irresponsibly, right, if you drink responsibly, you can get a good buzz and everybody's okay and everybody can be safe. You drink irresponsibly, it can go really wrong. And I think it's the same thing when it comes to that attitude. You have to be responsible when you do look up to guys like that, because sometimes you can just be like, hey, if you high step every play, well, you won't be a successful football player. Mm-hmm. It's understanding when and how to. And I think the when and the where to do certain things, I think I picked up. That's something I can say Coach Prime definitely influenced me with.
And the preparation to even get to the point to where you can high step, a lot of people are missing that and underestimating that, to get to the point where I can be 10 yards down the field. I had to put in some work before that.